Well, good evening, stamping friends. Hi, this is Leslie with Love Ink and Paper. I'm so happy you're here joining me tonight. Well, it's evening where I am, but you know how it goes. I welcome you whether it is, 5 in the morning where you are because you woke up early and you're having a cup of coffee and you're decided to pop into my YouTube channel or my Facebook page and catch the replay or whatever the case may be, however it works for you. Whoops, almost forgot my second little light here. There we go. That's better. Okay. So, quick reminder that there are only 4 days left to take advantage of the Designer Series paper sale and 4 days left to use up any of those bonus days coupon codes that you may have earned with orders in July. So make sure that you use those. If for any reason you have them or you deleted the email by mistake or anything, call the 800 number, okay? And they will help you, okay? They're very nice out there in Utah, and they will do their best, okay, to help you out. All right, so that's that. So what are we doing tonight? I said we would use Designer Series paper, and we will, okay? But let me show you what we're doing with it first, okay? So in the catalog that I think has lots of great tools for us. It's a little different than we're used to, and we're having to get used to certain things not being where we think they are, but overall, it's got some really helpful design tools and things like that. So let's take a look at page 22. So if you haven't seen them yet, there are all of these card sketches. They call it a little inspiration. This catalog is full of cards and samples meant to spark your creativity. Find something you love and give it a try. You can also copy any of the card templates below and find others throughout the catalog. So the one that we are going to be working with today is sort of like this one here. Okay, so we're going to have three bars, okay, and let me just show you what that looks like in a sample in the catalog. Okay, so here is their sample, and here is the little icon. Okay, so 3 bars with the greeting at the top. Okay, so this is their take on it, right? Does yours have to look just like that? Nope. And ours are not going to look just like that. So let's take a look at what I did do. All right, so let's start with this one so I can give you a little tip on how to get these spaced relatively well. I had a little oops, but not terrible, okay? So what I did was instead of actually measuring the distance, the 5.5, I lined it up on my grid paper and I counted the boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. What's half of 22? 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'm going to kind of focus on this line right there, okay? Because then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 on this side of that line right there, okay? So this is our line. I'm going to keep my pointer finger there. Now, this is my middle panel. Let's see how many things wide it is. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost 7, really. So what we're going to do is we're going to find our middle, okay, and we're going to take and have 3 and a little bit on each side of that. And then we're just going to slide it up. Okay, now I'm not going to stick that down yet because I still have my other two pieces. And I want to make sure that I get them pretty close. Okay, and I think I did a pretty good job. Okay, this one was a little wider there, so let's come this way just a smidge. This one maybe needs to go that way. Okay, so that to me looks pretty good. So now what I'm going to do is very carefully lift up one at a time. I'm going to leave these other two here, trying not to bump them, because we all know how that works, right? And now I'm going to kind of line everything up and see, and I'm just going to lightly, I'm not pushing on that because I can still pick that up if I need to. Hope I don't, but I can if I need to. Okay, so now we'll take this one and try to put about the same distance between them. Okay, we're going to just lay that there, and same with this last one. So I think that is way easier than trying to do the math. Okay, because my brain, there's a reason I can do creativity. The math, not so much. Now, my son can do math in his head like a whiz. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and push those down. And go ahead and all right. There is a bone folder in there, but there's another one that seems to be missing. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so that's how I did this. Obviously, I goofed a little, or it would be a little bit better, but that's okay. That's okay. So what I'm going to do is take this long skinny strip. I'm also going to score this or burnish this with my bone folder. There we go. Okay. So I am going to take from Simply Said, because this has seriously become one of my go-tos. I use this all the time. If this is not in your stash, you really should put it on your list. Okay? You really need this. All right, so what I did was I mounted Let's Celebrate on a block. I'm trying to decide whether I want to use Azure Afternoon or Berry Burst. And you know what? I've got a couple of strips. Let's just do it in each and see what it looks like. Okay? All right, so let's stamp it first in the Azure Afternoon. Okay, put that there. Let's give that a little clean. And let's pop out the Berry Burst and give that a check. Oh, I got some on my block. I'm going to have to be careful. No, I'm not. I'm just going to use my chamois and take it off my block. There, that's better. See, there's always a fix. Okay. So, if you can, I'm going to stand up for a minute. I'm going to watch the comments. And I'm going to have you tell me which do you think is going to look better? So, if you're out there, Melanie, you are quick on the draw. You like that berry burst. I think I do too. Anybody else want to weigh in? Okay. I think, Melanie, I agree with you. So we'll just save this one for another day. And I love that it pulls this here and it seems to pop off the blue really nicely. So I'm just going to take my snips and angle that. And now I can, if I want, I think this is the angle I wanted at. You know what, I'm just going to eyeball it. I was going to try and show you guys a trick, but I'm just doing it like that. All right, so there's that. I have some mini dimensionals. We'll just pop that right up. Like this. All right. And look how easy that is. That's the same, basically the same sketch. I just, instead of going this way, I turned it this way. And instead of having my greeting here, I just turned it. But sketches are just that. They're a sketch. They're an inspirational piece. They're to jolt your creativity. They're not you have to make this exactly like this. They're not, this is the way you have to do this. They're not, it's not a hard and fast kind of thing. It's a take it and run with it kind of thing. Okay, so that's that one, except that I didn't finish the inside. So let's take this little piece that I had taken off. Let's put it right here along the edge. Okay, let's snip off that piece. And let's put this in the inside of the card. There. Okay. So there is some exciting news, and I am going to try and share it in an email tomorrow. Stampin' Up! Is, you guys know that they they purchased a lot of the Creative Memories product line and different things. Anyway, they, Stampin' Up! Is working hard to give close to my heart makers the scrapbooking kinds of products that they have been used to. So with that, they are beginning in September 4th. There are going to be kits, page kits available, two-tone cardstock, so where it's the darker shade of a color on one side and the lighter shade on the other. Okay, there's going to be a lot. What I can do is we have been told that it's okay to share, so I will put a link to that PDF so that you can take a look at those. So if you're a scrapbooker that's been like, oh, I wish Stampin' Up! Would have more of these things for us, we got ya. We heard ya. Or Stampin' Up! Heard us or something. Okay, so this one, I'm going to use one of my favorite new greeting designs. And I will likely use that Simply Said again because I love it. All right, so we have a wild wheat card base, and I can feel there's a little, the back is ever so slightly bigger than the front. Sometimes that happens. So I'm just going to flip it over. So I have my 3 pieces, but I cut them a little bit differently this time so that they would fit on a background piece. Okay. So I'm just going to bring these like this. Okay. All right, so this paper, this designer series paper, I thought lent itself really, really nicely to this. This is the Thoughtful Wishes designer series paper. Okay. So let's put, so here's what we can do. We can, another way to do this is to put just a little bit of adhesive right there. Okay. Kind of get it where you want it. And then just sort of tack it down so it doesn't slide. Okay. Oh, my seal's giving me a hard time. All right. There we go. There. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. This one's a little wobbly. Okay, so once you get it sort of tapped to where you think you want it, you can either just pull up the ends and put some more, or you can just take it off and then leave these tacked into place and go ahead and put the next one on. So like I could just tip this up and put some more adhesive. I'm gonna just go ahead and I really did not use much adhesive, so I want to make sure that these aren't going anywhere. So let's, but you also have to make sure that they're not going to stick before you're ready. Okay, now, so yeah, this Thoughtful Wishes paper is so pretty. It's a 6x6 paper, and one side has these sort of watercolor scenes, and the other side is just like watercolor wash. Like there's not no real up or down or anything. They are great for like die cutting flowers or leaves or something out of that other side, so you can get some of those the variegated colors and things in leaves and flowers and stuff, and then they don't look flat. Then you don't have to watercolor them yourself. Yeah, that's where I like to go, because doing it myself, well, sometimes it works out, sometimes not so much. Okay. Now, I didn't bring other colors other than Berry Burst and Azure Afternoon over here, so that was a little bit of a problem. So let's just do Just a Note. Throw that on block. And we'll just do it in black. Okay. And this is fast becoming my new favorite way to do a greeting. A 1 3/4 inch circle and the Heartfelt Hexagon punch. I'm loving this look. It's so much fun. This time I think I'll put the circle flat. Sometimes I put the circle up on dimensionals and I put the hexagon flat. Just, I don't know. Depends, I guess, on my mood. There we go. So then we'll put dimensionals on this. One more. There we go. Okay. And I have one more to do with you. Okay. There. All right, and I brought these blooming pearls. I am not sure at this moment whether they are available or not. I guess if you try to add them to your cart and they say unavailable, I guess you'll know. Sorry. I have a hard time with that. All right, so let's slide this out. And I really like these here that match the pretty peacock. So let's grab my take your pick tool and we'll put a couple of little ones. Up here, and then a bigger one kind of down here. Now I'm thinking here. Okay, so near the green to kind of pull that color, but still making our triangle. Okay. Whoa. Some of these, I haven't figured out the rhyme or reason. Some of these sheets of embellishments come stuck to the cardboard and some don't, and I don't know what the reasoning is. But I know that sometimes they go flying around and other times they stay put, so you never know. Anyway, all right, so there's another one. Okay, so this last one is going to combine a couple of things. It's going to combine that greeting that I said I loved. And this time, instead of putting the pieces on a background and then on the card, yeah, I'll put a white piece on the inside of that. I'm just going to go right to the card base. So let's fold this and make sure that this is the side I want. And I know there's a little teeny flaw in the cardstock. Don't worry about it. It's going to get covered. It's not going to be a problem. Okay, so let's see where we're at here. Let's see if we can. Going to have a pretty big space between those, or maybe we'll have the big space at the top and the bottom. But I love the fact that our eyes sort of fill in that space. Isn't it cool that it almost just looks continuum, which is kind of fun. Okay. All right, I think that looks pretty good. But again, I did not press very hard. So it's just going to kind of be there. And there we go. So I had a really nice response from lots of you about the Jumpstart Christmas class that I sent the invitation out, I think it was yesterday morning. So that's very exciting. I'm very happy about that. That's a class that I am featuring a designer series paper that is the Make a Difference product out of this year's mini catalog, the September to December mini catalog. You know what? Let me just try something. I have spare circles, so we can just try. Hang on. Let's just see. Okay. Let's try this and see what we think. Nope. I think black is going to be better. It's not, that's more maybe Moody Mauve or something. It's not very burst. So I think I just prefer the black. So we have that one for another day for something else. So there we go. All right. Oh, should have done it the other way. That's okay. Both tonight are going to be this way. I must be in that kind of a mood. Anyway, oh, the Jumpstart Christmas class. So often, and it's been recently, it's been the September to December mini where that product has been, but it's been other things. And so what Stampin' Up! Does is they choose one product and they donate a specific amount. In this case, it's $3 per package of designer series paper sold. I don't really want to cover up the top of that tree. I think we're going low. So $3 from the each pack of paper sold will go to children's literacy, which I think is always a good cause. The more books we can get in kids' hands, the better off they'll be. So anyway, let me grab the template and I'll show you that. Okay, so we're going to use a specific template. Now the class is priced a couple of different ways. You can purchase the class with the extra product. There's about a little over $15 in extra product. So you would get the entire package of designer series paper. Or you can do just the card kits and you would get 2 pieces that are 6 by 12. So this is how you how we're going to cut that paper up, and you'll be able to make 9 cards. So you'll get the 9 card bases, and you'll get your designer series paper. You'll get a copy of that template, but I need to know by Wednesday the 4th so that I can place the order for all that designer series paper, so we can have it here in time for class, which is happening either Friday, the September 20th in the late afternoon, or Saturday morning. Okay, so you've got two choices there. So anyway, that I will put a little reminder about that in the email that I send tomorrow that has the the PDF about the scrapbooking things. And I will put the link to the monthly September card class. That's coming up too on September 11th, always the second Wednesday. So, all right, so that about covers everything that I have for you tonight. I am very pleased with how this comes out. I would love to see in the comments if you try this sketch to make a card, whether you use designer series paper or stamped images, whatever you use, I would love to see what you do. So share with us, would you please? All right, so thanks for joining me tonight. I am glad you were here, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thanks, bye-bye.